All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, one more time on Uriah Heep's Chaos and Colors. Might not be for everybody, but it is really good. Jeff Scott Soto, he's in this. I think you'll have to buy the CD. No, Jeff actually recorded a demo version of Save Me Tonight, which became the basis of the first single, which is obviously called Save Me Tonight. His demo version is on this. So you get the Jeff version, and then you get the, that's Jeff Scott Soto. You know what? After talking to Soto, I think he just prefers to be called Soto. I guess it's cool for him to be called Soto. But yeah, it's a really good album with help from JSS. And you can buy this right off Amazon. They delivered this to me the day it came out, courtesy of a different record label. I believe it's called Silver Lining. Anyway, it's good stuff. What's not so good stuff is what's happening to Steven Tyler in the news the last couple of days. And I've ignored this, the Julia Holcomb thing, which has been out there for a while. And, Steven Tyler is definitely at the twilight of his career. I'm almost a little perturbed that this is happening to Steven Tyler, whether he deserves it or not. I'm thinking maybe it should have gotten underway sooner. This has been out there for literally over 40 years. So you got to go back to the late 70s where it talks about her relationship. And he did mention a particular relationship that was a standout from his many others. The singer had written about an underage girlfriend-to-be and how her parents had signed custody over to him so the young girl could freely travel with him. Yeah, that's normal, right? Sure, take our daughter away. It's a bizarre story. And I've watched Julia's video. There's a video, I believe, on YouTube of her very calmly talking about how she really loved Steven Tyler. And at first it was great. And then she was basically a prisoner. And she couldn't get out, and then she found out she was pregnant, and he forced her to end the pregnancy, and it inflicted emotional distress on her. And that's, I don't disagree with that claim. In today's world, everybody is basically supposed to be doing that, and they don't ever talk about the after effects, the emotional and maybe even physical after effects, because we really don't care that much anymore about humanity. So, so what? If there's some collateral damage, just go and do it. You'll be happier. And apparently she's not happy. She's filed a lawsuit. Her team has, in California court, I believe, intentionally inflicting emotional distress under the provisions of the California Child Victims Act. Weird, because California, I don't know how friendly California would be to her case based on their political views about what happened. Anyway, it says when the lawsuit was filed, Steven Tyler wasn't explicitly named in the lawsuit. However, now that the case has been officially taken up by the courts, the Aerosmith icon is formally identified as a defendant. So this might mean that Steven and his team have legally challenging times ahead of them. Tyler, or a spokesperson, hasn't commented on these accusations and the lawsuit. However, Aerosmith's cancellation of the remaining dates of their Vegas residency due to the singer's ongoing health problems, and it says here in this article, another possible check into rehab will make this even more challenging. Now, there's not been anything specific about another rehab stint for Steven Tyler. I was under the impression that, maybe he had gone to CVS a few too many times. But again, let me comment on this in general, because I, tend to opine on this a lot, and people will watch the channel because I speculate on these possible issues that are happening out there. The football player one, folks, there's something really weird going on there when this guy, who apparently was dead on the field and was resuscitated, shows up, a couple weeks later to wave at all the fans? I mean, I don't care where you are on the spectrum of believability with this issue, which I think is it's definitely a real issue. I would bet a lot of money that this is a real issue. The problem is you can't get anyone to investigate it in the mainstream. And so everybody does it behind the scenes, and they get peer-reviewed documents, they get actual data. I've been accused, by the way, of, just making stuff up out of thin air. And I say, okay, why don't you go check out Dr. Peter McCullough or Dr. Ryan Cole? All these people, by the way, are being persecuted because they're not following the narrative, and there's a ton of money at stake. And really, this would be the greatest, I don't want to say hoax, because remember early on when you said the word hoax, people are like, well, it's not a hoax, Dave. People are getting sick. Okay, it's not a hoax, but what is making people sick specifically? So anyway, I wanted to weigh in on this idea that a lot of times these media reports are designed to make you think that something is weird. They want you to read the words sudden, unexpected, a brief illness. So all these things are designed to trigger people like me. So I can go on here and then make a big deal about it, and they go, well, mission accomplished, because now this distraction, for instance, will take everybody's brain or mind off of, say, what we're about to do in Ukraine, or what we're about to do to the currency, or legislation that would permit minors to get certain kinds of surgeries without their parents knowing about it. Seriously, these are all diversions, and I think they want us to go down the rabbit trail. It doesn't mean that at the end of the rabbit trail there isn't truth there. I don't know about Steven Tyler. There's a good chance that he might have checked himself into rehab again. His ongoing health problems could be related to that. It's a higher probability, but again, we don't know because nobody tells us. And then if you ask, again, you're called insensitive and all kinds of other names. Tinfoil hat, conspiracy theory guy, yada, yada, yada. So in any event, I kind of feel bad for Steven Tyler, because this should have happened how many years ago? This should have been settled out of court. Something should have just made everybody happy with this situation. I guess if you're emotionally scarred, like Julia Holcomb, that's not her name anymore, but if you're emotionally scarred for life, there's no amount of money that's going to fix that. There just isn't. So this should have all been dealt with many years ago, and she needs help. She needs therapy. Maybe she's doing better as a person. I don't know, but fairly recent videos of her appear to make it seem like it hasn't gone away, and people need to know the truth, which I think most people who have covered this kind of know what happened, and it's a weird situation, and a lot of people just overlooked it. And this is the world of rock and roll, people. This is unfortunate, but the rock and roll lifestyle is not something that promises or enhances the length and happiness of your life. I mean, in some cases it might, but in a lot of these cases, in a really, really high percentage, it's drugs, alcohol, promiscuity, off the charts, never ending. I know there are guys in older rock bands that are still doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So anyway, folks, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Again, check out Uriah Heep. Really, really good. This is available, Chaos in color. And I will see you soon. Be careful for those conspiracy theory people who are baiting you to go along with their ridiculous words that they post, because those words are designed to trigger and to make everybody go, aha, see? So it's just another theory I have. You have to play like 4D chess, just like Trump used to, right?